Hey, math mates, it's Betsy here, and today we are going to multiply fractions. Yay! Anyways, before we do so, let's take a look at what Emoji Betsy has to say. Why should we reduce first, math mates? What do you guys think? We reduce first because if we make the fractions smaller, they're easier to work with. That's the only reason for it. It's easier to multiply 2/3 times 5/8 than 68 over 34 times 17 over 24. Smaller the numbers, easier to work with. Did you know that when you multiply any number by 9, the digits from your answer will always sum to 9 or a multiple of 9? 9 times 20 is 180. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is 9. Cool beans. All right, let's get started. So we want to reduce first if we can. What does it mean to reduce? It means to divide the top and bottom by the same number, any top with any bottom. When I look at 68 and 34, they're both even, so at least 2 goes into both of those. But if you double 34, what do you get? You get 68. So why don't we just divide the bottom by 34 and divide the top by 34? And we get 2 over 1. Look how much smaller that fraction is. Just easier to understand. Now, I've got 2 over 1 times 17 over 24. Remember, it doesn't matter as any top with any bottom. So if I look over here at this 2 is even, 24 is even. So I know 2 goes into each of those at least. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 24 12 times. And now 1 times 17 is 17. 12 times 1 is 12. 17 is prime, which means the only numbers that go into 17 are 1 and 17. And 17 doesn't go into 12, so we're done. But if you remember, I've got the bigger number on top. The numerator is the bigger number, which means this is an improper fraction. So let's make it proper. Actually, we're going to make it a mixed number. So how many 12s can fit into 17? 1. And that leaves us with 5 left over. So there we go. What do you think, math mates? Let's go on to the next problem. That's number 9. So let's go to number 10 here on the page. All right, what do I have here? I've got an improper fraction times a mixed number. But let's take a look. What is Betsy having to say now? Math mates, mixed numbers need to be changed to improper fractions before multiplying. Ding, ding, ding. When I look at our problem, 35 over 8 times 3 1/5. 3 1/5 is a mixed number. So we need to change it to what? Yes, an improper fraction. But what does Emoji Betsy have to say on the bottom first? Did you know that the strongest muscle in the human body is the masseter muscle, which is responsible for chewing? All right, let's get started here, math mates. So the first thing we're going to do is, as it says, as Emoji Betsy said, we're going to take the mixed number and make it into an improper fraction. And who remembers how to do that? Yes, it's 3 times 5, which is 15, plus 1. 15 plus 1 is 16 over 5. Now, before we multiply across, we want to see if there is anything we can reduce. Again, any top with any bottom. 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 35 7 times. So those are reduced. Is there anything else I can do? Well, 8 and 16 are both even, so we know that at least 2 goes into both of them. But we also know 8 goes into 16 twice. 8 goes into 8 once, and 8 goes into 16 twice. Now, all we have left on the bottom is ones, so there's nothing I can do there. I'm done reducing. 7 times 2 is 14, and 14 divided by 1 is 14. Are we doing okay? So what was the first thing we need to do? Change that mixed number into a improper fraction. Very good. We've got one more problem I want to look at. So let's take a look here. Look at this one. It's multiplying 3 numbers or 3 fractions. Again, mathmates, let's do this. The human body produces about 25 million new cells each second. That's crazy. All right, we got 4.5 times 2 2/5 times 10/3. So what do we need to do first? Who remembers? Yes, we need to change the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So this 4 1/2, it's a mixed number because it has a number and a fraction together. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's 9/2. Times, we've got another mixed number. It's a number and a fraction together. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 2 is 12 over 5. And then we got 10/3, which is an improper fraction because the bigger number's on top. Very good. All right, let's do some reducing. Remember, any top with any bottom. So I can go here and say 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. I can say 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. What else can we do? Look at those 5. We got a 5 on the top and a 5 on the bottom. We can reduce those out too. 5 into 5 is 1. 5 into 5 is 1. Now, all we have left on the bottom are 1s, so we're done reducing. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 12 times 3 is 36. And 36 divided by 1 is 36. We did it, mathmates. We did it. If this was helpful, I hope you'll subscribe and please share. Thank you.